Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the big talking points from social media. And we're going to start here with the Slammys. Now, we're not actually going to have a look at what's nominated because that would take quite a long time. And I am thinking of doing that as a separate video this weekend and kind of talking about what I would pick and going through some of the things that have been mentioned. That's going to take a good 15, 20 minutes. And I don't think this is the right place for that. So I'm just going to let you know, Slammys, who you can vote for. It's open now. The link is right there. Vote now for your favorite superstar, match, moment, entrance, feud, right? Loads of stuff that you can actually vote on. And the winners will be awarded Slammys on Sunday, April 20th. So that's going to be on WWE's social platforms. It's coming live from WWE Worlds, and that's exactly what they did last year as well. So we did this last year. They're going to do it again. So no surprise there, but good to see it kind of announced. Good to see we are getting it again, and you can get your votes in right now. Right, as well as that, DNB Riley, shout out to you. So Rey Fenix has officially signed with WWE. No surprise there. Obviously, we had a look at Smackdown last week. We saw the teaser of a new lucha door that was coming in, and a lot of people matching up the tattoos and establishing that Rey Fenix was the person in that vignette. So we got another one this week as well. We got to see a little bit more of him this week. It looks like Rey Fenix is coming in, and it looks like he's going to SmackDown. So, but word that he has officially signed. And then I just saw this literally 15 minutes ago. Larry tagged me in it. WWE Hall of Famer Sean Waltman, X-Pac, is now contributing to the company's future by analyzing video footage of developmental talent and providing constructive feedback. So there we go. He is actually working. He's got a job working with WWE. And he is kind of working on the training side, the developmental side. I'd imagine he's working quite close with Sean, and that would obviously make sense. So there we go. Triple H finding jobs for all his friends. Shawn Michaels running NXT. Sean Waltman watching over videotape of developmental stars. Road Dogg now booking on SmackDown. So I wonder what he'll find for Steph. I wonder what he'll find for his kids. So I wonder when Billy Gunn's available, what he could find for him. So there we go. That was WWE news. Let's go over to SmackDown. There's a few bits in here just before SmackDown. That is amazing. Look at that. The Mona liver, right? This was actually shown during SmackDown. They've painted Liv Morgan as the Mona Lisa in Italy. Isn't that amazing? I don't really understand why these people are worshipping like this, because you don't really do that with the Mona Lisa. But, oh my God. If I was Liv Morgan, I would really want that. I would want that. I'd want that in my house. So, apparently she does meet them and she signs it. We might even have a little clip in a bit. But, yeah, and this was shown during the show as well. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Right, here, Kerry said he's at the gym in Italy signing the wall. So, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, look, signing the wall at a gym in Italy. Let's see if we can just go full screen and bring up the pictures. So, there he is meeting some fans at this gym. It must be a nightmare for him to just pop to the gym. Even just popping to the gym must be a bit of a nightmare for WWE superstars. There is Roman Reigns in Italy, just going to the gym and getting hassled a little bit. I remember, actually, I was stood outside a hotel in Birmingham, and I was only walking to the shops, and all these wrestling fans were there, and I just happened to be there as the superstars were coming out. They were checking out because they had performed in Birmingham the night before. And from behind, someone was walking through the crowd, and when I turned around, it was Randy Orton. He had his gym bag and everything. The buses were, like, people were jumping onto the buses, wrestlers. And Randy had literally just come from the gym. So if they are in your local area, there is a chance that you might bump into them in one of the local gyms. I mean, I really wouldn't recommend going there if you're not going to be working out. I wouldn't recommend standing in front of the gym waiting to get autographs. But, yeah, just be aware that if you do go to the gym anyway, and you happen to go when they're around, there is a chance you could bump into them. So there we go, Roman Reigns in Italy. So very cool. And him just meeting some of the fans. So Vic, thank you. Here, Seth Rollins was getting swarmed by WWE fans in Italy. So here, there he is. I don't know if this is him just outside his hotel, but there is Seth. And there's all the Italians. Just loads, isn't there? Absolutely loads. They were great as well. They were great. Again, another European crowd making loads of noise, loads of energy. They were a really, really good crowd. So there we go. Look at that. Crazy. Here's Liv with that thing. So we're going to put this in the Louvre instead.
So much better than the Mona Lisa. So much better. So beautiful. Just like me, the Mona Lisa.
The Mona Lisa.
Hang it in the Louvre. Let's replace the Mona Lisa and we're going to put this in the Louvre instead, okay? You guys did such a good job. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
And there she is signing it. Honestly, if I was Liv, I'd be like, I want that. That's coming back with me. That is sick. So here, look, Dominik reacted to it as well. He said, it's beautiful. I've looked at this for 5 hours now. So that was Dominik Mysterio's reaction to it. And then here, so I think this was posted just before Smackdown. There is CM Punk seemingly sort of waving over towards Paul Heyman. So, and that was kind of, there was an interesting line today on SmackDown. Thank you, Paul, for bringing your tribal chief on a silver platter to me. And Roman was like, what? So, mind games by CM Punk, but we'll get to that. Let's go into the first SmackDown folder, shall we? So, bro's been carrying this Randy poster for years. It is true. Look how tatty that is. Look at that. I wonder what the backstory is of that, because it does look like a poster that he made a long time ago. I mean, I'd like to think as an adult, he would do a better job than this, right? So I wonder if that was like a poster he took to the first time he went to a WWE show. But I did notice that on the show, just how absolutely battered that guy's sign is. Look at it. Look at that. It is battered. Lots of talk about these security guards as well and how they were a bit heavy-handed. If you actually look at some of the entrances, as the superstars coming down, the guards are like shimmying in front of the people in the entranceway. Just, I don't know, man. They just seem to always be around. Even here, where we've just cut to someone in the crowd, there's like a couple of them around. So security seemed quite tight for this. So, Alex, thank you. Fade said the crowd full of flags. I sort of feel like, did WWE provide them? Why did they bring so many flags? And I don't feel like I saw all these flags throughout the show either. It's not like throughout the show, we looked out to the crowd and we always saw this. I feel like I saw these flags at the start and then I never saw many of them again. But it was great. The crowd were great. So we started off with Randy Orton coming down to the ring. Randy came down and then Kevin came down and Kevin basically said, I'm sorry. Randy was not having it. And Randy basically said, I'll see you at WrestleMania, right? There was a great line where he was like, it used to be fight Owens fight. And now it's naughty word, Owens naughty word. And I'm not saying the naughty word, but it does rhyme with switch. So, you know, use your own imaginations. And then we moved on to our next segment, the opening match. This was Damian Priest and Jimmy Uso taking on Shinsuke and Drew. None of the matches you lot were crazy about. None of the matches tonight on either stream got a great rating. On both streams, all of the matches just scored good. Okay, good. That was it. So I think the in-ring was kind of lacking a bit tonight. So here we've got this moment where Jimmy goes over the top, crashes down, and then, oh yeah. So Jimmy Uso hit that dive and said, watch and learn, little bro. So you might remember that Jey botched his dive. We were looking at that the other day on Unseen. So people thinking he might have included this as like, that's how it's done. Yeah. So Alex, thank you, my friend. So the match continued. Drew McIntyre blames Damian Priest for not having a title match at Mania. Drew has snapped again. So after the match, Drew obviously saying a few words and delivering a few claymores to Damian Priest and really adding some more fuel onto this fire. Then I like this. I thought Charlotte had some great lines here. I thought Charlotte won this little exchange. We spoke about this on obviously both streams. Because she has blonde hair and can do a backflip, she thinks that she can compare to me. So that was Charlotte's line talking about Tiffany. And again, here, you're not even the hottest thing on SmackDown. You'll be lucky to have a job when you're my age, Tiffy. Fade's like, she's cooking her, man. She's cooking her. She came back with some decent lines, but it really felt like, you know, the veteran and the rookie here. And I thought Tiffy did okay. She didn't get smashed. She didn't get embarrassed. It wasn't like a massacre. But Charlotte definitely getting the dub, in my opinion. And seemingly in Fade's opinion as well. So then the match obviously was announced. So Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens made for WrestleMania. Then we went on to our next match. This was Jacob taking on Braun. And Jacob was struggling a little bit, and that's where Solo and Tama got involved. Jacob was peeved at Solo for getting involved, and he really was as well. He was very, very upset at the fact that the others came down and interfered. The winner of that match was going to get a US title shot, and so because these two got involved, it meant that Braun won by DQ. So Braun is actually going to face LA Knight next week for the US title. Jacob Fatu is livid. He really was as well. Look at this. He was not happy, right? Not happy at Solo and Tama. He was like, stay out my business. I mean, a lot of people thinking we're going to get Solo against Jacob at WrestleMania, and we absolutely could. This kind of felt like we took a big step in that direction. Right, third match. This was Zelina Vega taking on Slagent P, Piper Niven, right? It's worth mentioning that on the SmackDown preview, they called Chelsea Green's group the Green Regime. Now, I don't know if that's their actual name or if that's just someone that works on WWE.com that has just gone with that as the name, but they were being referred to as the Green Regime. New music for Zelina, and I thought it was a little bit mid. It was kind of flat, and then it had a but in it, and then it went back, and then there was another but, and it was just, I don't know. I didn't think it was brilliant. Zelina Vega has got a new theme and new attire. So if this is meant to be like a big rebrand, it didn't really hit as like a big rebrand. But I don't know. People love Zelina. She can do no wrong in many people's eyes. And I certainly don't think this is a problem or anything. I just don't know that it's a theme or a look that's going to take her to the next level, you know? So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. In the crowd was Anna, and we all love Anna, one of the world's great rappers. And if you've never heard about her, neither have I. So she was shown in the crowd. She's Italian, and there we go. Right, then we got Zelina Vega against Piper Niven. I've got to tell you, there is a moment in this match where Zelina's nipple actually does get exposed. It's really weird because I watched the first airing of this live on Netflix, and it goes to a black screen. And then when you come back, you think they've, you know, there was probably a wardrobe malfunction, and that's why it went to a black screen. And then you come back and everything's fine again. But what I noticed was, because I knew a black screen was coming up, I mean, I'm not going to say I was looking at the boob area, but I can't say I wasn't looking at the boob area. And when you come back from the black screen, you can see a nipple. I know. We shouldn't. I know. I could go onto Netflix and easily find the offending body part, but I didn't. I just want people to recognize how good I am. Do you know what I mean? I don't get enough credit for the fact that I'm, do you know what I mean? A fully blown adult male, and there's a woman showing off her nipple, and I have not chosen to show it. I'm not doing anything with it. Do you know what I mean? I mean, not, she's married, so, you know. But, like, I'm just saying. The struggle is real, right? The struggle is real. I could have it as the thumbnail for this, and this video would get so many views. And I've chosen to not. And I just need someone to acknowledge that I took the moral high road. To be honest, I could have not mentioned it at all, but I'm just not strong enough for that. So anyway, we had this match and we did have a nipple, and it was a lot of outside interference, and unfortunately, Zelina did not get the win. So I'd imagine there's probably people frustrated about that. I don't think her feud has come to an end. I think that we're still going to continue moving forward with that feud, but I don't know kind of where we go from here. She's not going to get to Chelsea unless she can get past the Slagents. So I'm not sure what's going to be next in this feud. Then we had this, right? So I saw a 2-5 next to the 4. Yeah, I don't really know what this says. It's that new vignette. There was the 4 again. Here we go. There are some images that sort of flash up. There's the 4, for those that didn't believe me, right? Where's some of those images? So we've got that. And there's the 4. That does look like a 2. That looks like a 2. That looks like a 2. But that looks a bit like a 3. But it might just be the 2 again. And then we get that, whatever that is. What's that? I don't even know what that is. Is that a nipple? I don't know. Is it a hand? What is it? I don't know. And then it goes, and that's it. So that was the... What's that? Is that a jacket? Is it a jacket? Don't know. What's that? Is that an X-ray? Is that a jacket? Jacket or X-ray? It's going to be a brand new game that we play. So there we go. Anyway, there's some stuff in there. It's Aleister Black. Right. Next up, we had Jade against Liv, and Liv Morgan is the first ever woman to pin Jade Cargill in WWE. I mean, actually, I don't even know if Jade got pinned in AEW. I think her reign did come to an end. But in WWE, has she ever been pinned in tag matches? It's a win for Liv. This was moments after Naomi had just walloped Jade with a belt. So she was not feeling 100%, right? And then there's Naomi. Naomi cooking Jade in caution tape gear. She looked really good. I like this look for her. And TJF, shout out to you. It is reminiscent of Owen Hart, yes. It is reminiscent, the black and the yellow. And there we go with like all the caution tape and everything. Yeah, so she was all over Jade. There we go. And she even did the thing as well. She even did the Jade pose after. This is a side of Naomi that we've never seen before, says WWE. Okay, and then let's go over here. Right, new theme for the heel Street Profits. So they had a new theme as well. People didn't seem to be rocking with that very much either, to be honest. Not a great night for new themes. Here we got a Rey Fenix tease, a star in the making, officially signed with WWE. So yeah, I mean, people knew who it was anyway, but no doubt. So we had Street Profits in the ring. They were celebrating the fact they won the titles last week. Then out came Los Garza. Then out came Pretty Deadly. And basically it led to Los Garza against Street Profits. Check this out. Look, Montez Ford got the Italy crowd losing it. One of the coldest spots of the year. So he lands on his feet, look. Camera zooms in. They look shocked in the background. And the Italian crowd in that moment was loving that moment. They really loved that moment. I thought it was all right. And so this was our final match. Street Profits would go on to get the win. Backstage, we would see DIY bumping into Motor City. Feels like they're on a collision course. And then it was for what everyone had been waiting for. Everyone had been waiting for Roman, CM Punk, and Seth. That's what everyone had been waiting for. And we finally got to it. And so out came Roman with Paul Heyman. My tribal chief wears his watch on his right wrist. I'm going to wear my watch on my right wrist. So it is true. He was wearing it on his right. I don't know why. On his right wrist. Seth Rollins made his way out. That's what Seth was wearing. Here, Edward's like, he looks like a blue bottle fly. I also heard quilt and ice pack. So love that for Seth. Right here, look, we've got Wade Barrett acknowledging his tribal chief. There is Seth. CM Punk would come down and would say that line that we mentioned earlier. He said, I've still got that favor. And Heyman looked over at Punk and was like, what, now? He was like, no, not now. But I do want to say thank you, Paul, for bringing your tribal chief to me on a silver platter. And Roman was like, what? What do you mean? And Heyman was like, I don't know what he's on about. And then whilst Roman was distracted, boom! CM Punk, like, walloping Roman in the back with a microphone. So Seth chose to go after Punk first instead of Roman. He still has a little bit of love for his Shield brother. So here, this is where they start brawling. And yeah, he does go after CM Punk first. I don't know that there's anything to really read into that. But he does go after Punk first rather than going after Roman. Then we get a moment where CM Punk points at the sign to basically say, I want you both at WrestleMania. Seth points at the sign to say, I want you both at WrestleMania. And then the show closes with Roman pointing to the sign saying, I want you both at WrestleMania. So there we go. Roman, Seth, Punk, triple threat, long been rumored. And it is happening, right? Here's Naomi's new profile picture. That's her pushing Jade to the outsides from tonight's show. And literally 44 minutes ago, we've already been recording this for about 20. So about 20 minutes before we started recording, Triple H, all three of these men have dominated our industry. They have had historic reigns as WWE champion. And they all cannot wait to beat the other on the grandest stage of them all. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, CM Punk. So there we go. The match is made. That is the triple threat that has long been rumoured. So Triple H posting that. So Edward, thank you. And then we want Cody. This was dark match, I believe. So here, look, we've got Carmelo Hayes against Cody. He throws the chair over. Referee turns around. Cody goes down as well, though. Chair is down in the middle of the ring. Referee's confused as to who's hit who or what's happened. Crowd are chanting Eddie, because this was like the kind of spot Eddie used to do. Eddie Guerrero. She's looking over. She's kind of confused. And just a bit of fun, really. This was a dark match. This was not on the show. But a little glimpse of, what was going down. She picks up the chair. She goes to throw it out of the ring. Cody actually rolls up Carmelo. Takes her a little while. 1, 2. And, of course, it's reversed. 1, 2. No joy. But then, duck underneath. Cody Cutter connects. And you know what tends to follow this. So, right now, Cody getting the crowd all amped up as we zoom away. But we zoom back in as the Crossroads hits. And Cody Rhodes secures the pin. So there we go. If you wanted to know who was victorious in that match, wonder no more. Right, next up then, we've got the Wyatt folder. And quite a bit of news in here, actually. So Drew said, I think Bray Wyatt will go into the Hall of Fame next year in New Orleans. And that's fitting because it's where he had his first WrestleMania match. And he played bowl games with Troy University. I mean, I don't know what this is. I'm not aware that he played as a football player at Troy University. And we know that Michael Scott Lawler is not his real name. So I don't know what this is, right? I think it's an AI mistake, right? And there are plenty of those. I've actually searched quite a bit of wrestling stuff, and a lot of the stuff that tends to come back is there or thereabouts, but contains the odd error. So this just looks nonsense. But it did prompt me to have a little deeper look, and I found this. So the gates are awaiting. Come find me before I find you. Let me in, Bray Wyatt. This is from October 29th, 2020.
I have this underlying question. When you're all alone, laying in your bed, dreaming your dreams, what are you afraid of? When the thoughts in your head run rampant, the dreams you dream, do you envision me? Or is it the dark, the unknown? Is it the monster under your bed or the thing in your closet? Is it the boogeyman? Are you listening? Listen closely. Come closer. There is nothing to be afraid of. I've been waiting for you. Let me in. The gates are awaiting. Come find me before I find you.
Isn't that cool? I mean, it doesn't mean anything. It was just a little, I think, promo thing for Troy Trojans. But I have never, ever seen that. I don't think I've ever been sent that. I don't know how many times it's been viewed, but it's got 1.9 thousand likes. So it doesn't suggest that it's been viewed loads of times. So, yeah, it's just like this little thing that's just living on the internet that I don't think many people have seen. So that inspired us finding that. So there we go. I just thought that was really cool. Really cool. Okay, Vintage T, shout out to you. So Jason Baker said, alone, ever alone. The price I pay for my defiance to the Eater of Worlds is external exile, to roam the cosmos without end, forever a stranger to all. Now, I don't know what that is in relation to, but is that Silver Surfer? I don't really understand. I mean, that feels like Silver Surfer to me because he's silver and that looks like a surfing board. And so I'm lost. I would probably like to know a bit more about Silver Surfer, but I don't know anything about Silver Surfer. And I don't even know if that is Silver Surfer. So I might even regret saying Silver Surfer as many times as I have. So I don't know. I don't know what this is. It's Jason Baker, though. He's the guy that kind of, has made a lot of the Wyatt 6 costuming, masks, Fiend stuff, very important. But this doesn't necessarily have to connect with anything to do with WWE. He works on a lot of other projects as well. So just FYI on that. Okay, PWN reports. So Parker, Tiffy time, shout out to you. So Mass J of PW Nexus, this was much earlier. All is good with the Wyatt 6, and plans are reportedly imminent. Alexa Bliss is fine as well. Okay, so that's great. That's a good source. And this has come from Brady, thank you. This has come from Fightful, I believe. So, Sean Rossap of Fightful reports that there is a possibility that Alexa Bliss could be added back to WWE Worlds. He writes that he had not reported anything else about her schedule. Additionally, Sapp reports that Bliss is fine, she is not injured, and there are no issues between her and WWE. As for the Wyatt 6, Bo Dallas has been cleared after he had been sidelined for some time. His absence led to the group being off WWE TV. Per Sapp, there have been creative discussions regarding the return of the group, but there is no word on when that might be. The reports clear the sideline of the group. So yeah, here it says the report notes WWE has tentative plans to use the Wyatt 6, but the company is said to be waiting until the right time. So there we go. That is the situation. That is where we are with this situation. So It's kind of what we thought, but it's good to get the clarity because there was a lot of confusion yesterday. A lot of confusion. So it's good to kind of bring some clarity to all of that. Okay, let's go fun, shall we? Only a couple of bits in here. Miss Clown, shout out to you. Look at that Jake the Snake. It's pretty fun. Love that. As a kid, I would have flipping lost my mind over that. That would have been the best. So Jake the Snake. And then, yeah, Fanatics. Rhea Ripley shares the one autograph that she must have.
What is the absolute must-need autograph that you need in your collection?
I think the number one would be David Howard Thornton because, I mean, it's quite obvious that I love Art the Clown and the Terrifier movies, and I think I would die if I were to meet him and even have a signature, so I would say him.
What is
the... All right, there we go. That is the one that she would... Guess it's safe to say Rhea Ripley is not afraid of clowns. I would like to see them, I don't know if there's a full version of this. Should we have a look? Let's click on Fanatics, see what they've got. I don't know who that boomer is. There's the Rhea one. Have they asked that question to anyone? No, they haven't, have they? I was hoping that there would be lots of superstars, WWE superstars, that they had asked that question to. But look at this. It's all other sports. Who's this? Jordan. Who's that? Hardman. I'm not interested in any of these. He's 88. Boomer. Yeah, okay, boring. It was worth looking though, yeah, just in case. So, right, let's go. Oh, yeah, there was a little bit of a breakdown in communication between Axiom and Nathan Frazier at a live event. Update, we've talked it out. So, guys, Fraxium are fine. Stop trying to make issues that aren't there, would you? They're absolutely fine. And, of course, really sad news. R.I.P. George Foreman, who did pass away. Well, I don't know if it was today, but the news broke through today. So, very sad news. That's them fighting over who's going to get the naming rights to the grill. So there we go. Interim UFC heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall has pitched a WWE UFC crossover tag team match that sees he and Cody take on John Cena and John Jones. I'm okay, thank you. I mean, no, I'm okay. But he's saying Cody and... him and Cody taking on Cena and John Jones. I tell you what, it would definitely get views. Shinsuke is going to star in a new Netflix series. It's a popular manga comic. I've got it written here. Kiniko Mao Perfect Origin Arc. There we go. Kiniko Mao. Yeah? Oh, God, we all watch that. My whole family get round the TV every Christmas to watch that, so very exciting. So there we go. First published in 1979, apparently, the comic of it. Mosh X Fiend, shout out to you. Karrion Kross is going to be in Bloodsport. Probably not a big surprise. And then, yeah, look at this. This was on Seth's IG story. So Vintage T, shout out to you. This is Seth being a perv, just taking pictures of women whilst they're at work. It's not that. We think that's Becky. So it seems like Becky might be in Bologna with Seth. And God, I hope that is Becky. Otherwise, Seth Rollins is actually taking pictures of random women in cafes. And that's not a good look. That's not a good look. That's how you get cancelled. Yeah. And I am speaking from experience. So there we go. That was the other folder. Let's go over to Community, which is here. TJF, shout out to you. Getting a follow from Val Venus. Very good. And Blake said, I got this Bray Wyatt Alexa Bliss shirt. I love their storyline, and I've always looked up to Bray. So R.I.P. Wyndham Rotunda. Very good. Very good, my friend. Right, let's go. Thanks and get out of here. We will be back tomorrow with UFC. So more streams on the way. Actually, UFC is quite early tomorrow because they're in London. So it is quite early tomorrow, but yeah, it should be good. Looking forward to it. But I need to get out of here, right? I need to get some I need to get some sleep, some Z's. So, Larry, shout out to you. Alex, shout out to you. A little bit of a fan, shout out to you. And again, Jang Tae Sang, Hudson Rain Wright. Did we talk about that? This might have slipped into the wrong folder. WWE are officially hiring new writers and producers via LinkedIn. They normally require you to have some like TV writing experience. So before you all go sending in your resumes, you might have to reach like a certain sort of, threshold. You might have to have like certain experience, which I don't think any of us are going to have. Right, CM Chunk, shout out to you, buds. Ian, shout out to you. Nails and MY. He said the thing. Here we go. I did that yesterday and I hurt my throat. Our wrestling, I'm a boomer now. Our wrestling podcast, shout out to you. Wrestling's biggest fan, shout out to you, my friends. Oh, is this another one that's gone into the wrong folder? World Hardcore, I did this on purpose so that people that were still with the video were still getting like original content. So this was done on purpose. So World Hardcore Wrestling, shout out to you, my friend. Sweet Chim Wrestling, thank you. Raymond, thank you. Patrick Smith, shout out to you. Claire Webb, what happened there? Patrick Smith, Shaq Diesel. Jumping in, barging Claire Webb to the sides. Look, there's Claire. Shaq Diesel. Unbelievable. Claire, I just want to say I'm sorry about that. Las Vegas Matt, shout out to you. Wild Child Billy, appreciate it, buds. Parker, Tiffy Time, shout out to you. Phantom 67, shout out to you, bud. Babs the Barbarian, thank you, my friend. King Yeet Newsletter, shout out to you. Big Migs Gaming. Appreciate the kind words. Yeah, there we go. 7,500 virgin cherries. Love you. Bradley, shout out to you. And Prain User Sports, shout out to you. Did I say Kelly the Wise Lady? She normally retweets these. Has she stopped doing that now? Oh my God, Kelly the Wise Lady hates us now. Let's have a look. Oh my God. Oh my God. What is going on? Eh? What is going on? Ah, someone's shown their true colours. I'm joking. I'm going to go off and cry now. So thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate the support as always. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.